Good morning. Okay, let's get started. And as always, I have the slideshow for you today. There we go. So this is me. My name is Yoriko Oki. I am a dyer, weaver, knitter, and I also teach classes often at the Vogue Knitting Life. And I'll be teaching classes next time in April. So I talk about it a little later. And if you are interested in my yarn, let me just put the link in the chat. That's how you find me. Okay, so my website is www.yorikooki.com. And if you're interested in what I do, I'm most active on Instagram at the moment. And my Instagram handle is at yoriko.oki. So that's how you can find me. Let me talk about myself a little bit, just in case you haven't been to my presentation before. I am based in Metro Vancouver area of British Columbia, Canada. And I share a studio, fiber art studio on Granville Island. And if you've been to Vancouver before, Granville Island is one of the most popular place for visitors. We have fabulous artists and craft people community. And also we have very famous public market where you can get all kinds of ingredients for your meals from all over the world. So this is my studio, and I share this studio with these 5 people. And top left is Barbara Hiller. She is the owner of this studio, and she started this studio in 1979. It's kind of funny because even now, people come in, looks very excited, and they ask me, "Are you new?" Like, no, not quite. We've been here almost 50 years now. So Barbara is a very famous tapestry artist, and people come from all over the world to see her work. And there's Elena Gladskort. She's on the top right side, and she's from Ukraine originally, and she makes beautiful felted scarves and shawls and other items. She's a felter. And there's 3 of us at the bottom: Penny Stewart, Rose Winters, and myself. And if you see us in the local show, we often share the booth, so you may see us together. Penny is a weaver and dyer. Rose is a knitter. She makes really very funky knitting. I don't know how to describe it. It's a freeform knitting, just like makes you smile. And then myself. So those are the members of our studio. And here's me. As you see, I'm a weaver. And I like to think myself as a weaver first. But I started crochet when I was 4 or 5 years old. My mom was trying to teach my sister how to crochet. It didn't happen, but somehow I got it. I was just sitting next to them. And then throughout my school years, I taught myself how to knit, how to tat, how to hairpin lace is the verb. From my mom's really, really old magazine. And like I don't even know what magazine it is because it's just so old and all the covers front and back fell off. So that's how I spent my school years. But what I really wanted to do is a weaving. And I remember I bought a book about weaving when I was 10 years old. I still have it. But I couldn't really understand what's in it. that weaving is the kind of thing you really need the guidance at the beginning, and that really makes the learning a lot easier. So I had to wait some 20 something years before I came to Canada from Japan. And then I found a weaving class at the community center. And as soon as I started weaving, I realized that I have to dye yarn. Because, well, nowadays we have like so many colors out there by like fabulous indie dyers, and you get like huge range of colors. But those are not really weaving yarns. Like you can weave them. I do weave them all the time. But especially back then, a lot of weaving yarns just came in white. And even now, like a lot of weaving yarns just come in white. And if you want more colors, you have to learn to dye them so you can get more colors into your work. So that's how I started as a dyer. I joined the studio in 2005, and I was dyeing yarn for myself, for my weaving. And a lot of my customers ask me, can I buy that yarn? And I was like, do you want to? Do you want to buy my yarn? It's kind of weird back then, but that's how I got started as a dyer. In Well, I was really dyeing in a small scale for about 10 years. And then 2016, um, I decided to be more like full scale, full time dyer. So that's how I started. So that's me. Okay, I like to show you something on a different on my browser. Just give me a second. Because this is really, really fun. And the video is very new. Okay. This one. Hold on, this is not what I want to show you. I like to show you this one. They say there's a yarn, an image of yarn on that cement track, and that's actually my hand-dyed yarn. This video is very new. Just ignore the right side. This is the best way I could show you this video of how this happened. Okay, the Granville Island I showed you at the beginning, that area was an industrial area before 1979, where they developed it and started as Granville Island, kind of a tourist destination and a local people's shopping area too. But there's still this cement factory remaining on the island, and they are the only one manufacturing like in a large scale on the island. So they have very good spirit, and they want to like support the kind of artsy atmosphere of the island. So they started about, I think, 10 years ago. They put a wrapper of the strawberries and kiwis and like all kinds of fruits on their truck. And that was very, very successful. Like local people love it. Um, when you somehow like when you see them, you feel happy. It make people smile. And in 2023, in December, a group of design company came in to our studio, and they're planning to make more of these wrappers because original ones were getting a little older. So they're looking for ideas. And they found us, and they look at my yarn. I was not even there, but they look at my yarn and they said, "Oh, this could work." So they bought a couple of skeins of yarn, and this yarn was one of them. And they debuted a track last year, October. I knew it was out there, but I really couldn't see it until a couple of days ago. And this video is what I took then. I couldn't see it because, like, as a cement truck, it's out somewhere in the construction site, usually during daytime. daytime. Or like sometimes when I'm going home late at night, it's parked like far away back in this parking lot of their property, and I couldn't really see it. Like I could see like, oh yeah, it's there, but I couldn't take any picture. But I could take this video finally on Thursday, so I wanted to share it with you. I think it's pretty cool, and I posted in on Instagram if you want to see it again. Yeah, people liking it, and I'm so glad. This makes me happy and smile. Okay, so that's something I wanted to share with you. Okay, I should start talking about my yarn, right? No, this one. Okay, so today I like to show you my Earth Day collection because Earth Day is coming up soon. And this is the collection I released 2021. And somehow they got really popular since last year. I think it was last summer. Maybe people are trending towards green these days. I don't know. So Arcticus, shouldn't say usually. I often release my yarn in a collection. So the idea is if you pick any colors, two or three or even just all five, they guaranteed to go together because they usually have some common elements to it. So this is a whole collection. It's a 5 skein collection, and you can buy them as a whole collection. I don't think I have it in stock right now, but it's coming back very soon. And or I have a mini skein set, or you can buy individual skeins as well. So the first up is New Beginnings on Donegal. And this collection is designed on Donegal yarn. I have a few colors on the regular sock yarn, but most of them are on Donegal. And this New Beginnings, the idea is there's a local show called Fibers West. It usually happens during the spring break, and we just finished it last week. Is it last week? It feels like a few weeks ago, but it must have been. Yeah, it was last week, and um, it's closer to my home now, but it used to be about 1 hour drive away. So whenever I went to that show, this is a time of year that all the trees started shooting the new leaves, and some may be starting to flower, and it's just like all the trees along the highway look so beautiful. It looks like some kind of sometimes even pinkish than this one, of like a green, like really very subtle green and blue, and just like feels like a mist along the highway. And I really love seeing it every year, and I wanted to capture that mood in this yarn. And this is a very subtle, variegated colorways, and you could use it for things like lace or cables because there's like mostly light yarn, light colors, and there's no variation of darkness and lightness, so there's nothing to distract from your stitches. So this is New Beginnings. And then here is Weeping Willow, and I have to apologize. I don't have this yarn in stock right now. I have few, but somebody bought them yesterday, so I'm so sorry, but it's coming back very soon in a week or two. And Weeping Willow, I have to talk about Weeping Willow. Weeping Willow or Cascading Willow, that's a very kind of close to my heart as Japanese. Japanese people love those willows. We usually plant them, or like traditionally, we planted them along rivers just to stabilize the soil so that when heavy rain comes, they stay as is. We often see it coming used in poems and songs and so on. So it's very close to our heart. This one is originally started as a show colorways for Knit City, Vancouver in 2001 or two. I can't remember. But it's been very popular since then. So this one is the tidal pond. And I show you in the project, this yarn is used a little later. So it's a very subtle, green and like accent of this royal blue. It's very vivid blue and it knits up really nicely. And then the next one is Mother Earth. And Mother Earth was the first colorway I dyed in this collection. It was kind of byproduct of a pandemic. The idea came in, I live very close to the airport. And I'm not directly under the airport, but I do hear it all the time. And I didn't really think about it because when you live there, you get used to it, right? But when the pandemic started, I realized that the sky was so clear. And I didn't realize, but of course those airplanes pollute in the air, so it's kind of a hazy often in my city. And I felt like, when all the planes grounded and the less car traffic around and the sky looked so clear, and I felt like, what are we doing to Earth? So I kind of started collecting the picture of like nature images, and then this is actually how this collection was born. But first colorway I dyed is this colorway, Mother Earth, and I'm very happy with how it came out, and it's up really gorgeously as well. So that's Mother Earth, and there's one more colorway to this collection, which is Deep Sea. And this is kind of the, let's say, darker version of New Beginnings I showed you earlier. This is like mostly dark colors. So again, you can use it for cables and lace and or other things you want to see your stitch definition. And this one is actually the most popular colorway in this collection. I keep dyeing them all the time. So that's Deep Sea. So that's the 5 colorway Earth Day collection. So let me show you a couple of projects I made with these colorways. First one is Staycation Cowl. Oh, hang on, I'm missing Y. I just noticed. Sorry, it should be Staycation Cowl. It's a crochet project designed by my local designer, Amanda Kafka. So again, this is, I think it was designed in 2000, hang on, 2021. Yes, right after this collection was released. And she's kind of joking, like, I have to change the name of the pattern. Anyway, so here it is. That's Staycation Cowl. It's a very, very easy. Sorry, the color doesn't look as vibrant as it should be. It looks really pretty. Real life, it's a lot more, how to say, it's not so grayish as you see. And I think it's really cute when you wear it. Look at all those tassels. So it's very basic crochet cowl. Sorry. You can probably make the cowl itself in one night. And most of the most of the work is making those tassels. And as you can probably see, I didn't cut the tassels out because if I cut them, I know it starts fraying from there. Sorry, I should have clipped this one. So that's kind of one option. Like I thought I'll show you because whenever my customers see it and they think it's brilliant, um, you don't have to cut the tassels. Like you can leave it as loops like this, and it doesn't get messy as soon. As doesn't get messy like it happens when you cut the loops. So that is a staycation cowl. I go back to my slide. Yeah, again, this is the staycation cowl. It's a crochet project by Amanda Kafka. So the next one is I want to show you is Clarksburg shawl knitting and designed by Nancy Lex. She's a designer in Ontario, Canada. So this one is a triangular shawl. Let me show you on camera. So this is the shawl. Stay there. The triangular shawl. You start from here at the tip. Oh, it's not far enough. So this is the beginning, and then you just increase as you go and change colors when it comes to that. And there's just like a slight stitch variation you probably can see. It's all lace. Let's see, there's a lot more lace holes. Now, in the blue section, blue color is the deep sea I just showed you. And the other one is the tidal pond. Okay. And Nancy is really good at designing something not too complicated so you can watch TV and knit at the same time. But also like she shows in like a few variations of knit stitches in the project so that will keep you interested. And also like she's genius, like she just throws in garter stitch very effectively. So like you don't have to a lot of purling. Like there's kind of relief to your knitting. Just like you can just knit few rows without purling. So this is the Clarksburg shawl designed by Nancy Lex. And she has a lot of patterns like this that's very, very enjoyable knitting. So please check it out. So let's go back to my slide. So you can show the pattern. So this is a Clarksburg shawl knitting project designed by Nancy Lex. Okay, that's all. Oh, there's another one. This is kind of spin off from this collection. I didn't include this because I kind of wanted to keep this collection just blue and green. But originally, when I made proposal to the Knit City for their show colorways, this was the original one. I had this like orange and red and yellow dots, which looks like speckle when you knit when you knit it up. They didn't like those speckles. It's like, yeah, okay. I actually thought like they may not like it, but I put that because this colorway is based on their logo. They have some red and yellow and oranges. So, but they didn't like those colorful dots, so I removed it, and that's how their show colorway was born. But I still like this one, so I dyed the one batch, see what happens, and people actually really like that, so I keep dyeing them. So this is a spin-off from uh, Earth Day collection, and it's called Spring Meadow. I have few skeins left in my stock at the moment. Okay, so I have just a few minutes left. I'd like to tell you my teaching schedule. Next weekend on Friday, I'll be teaching at the Next Level Knitting Conference by the Knitting Guild Association. What I'm teaching is optical blending with mohair yarn. And I taught this class, I think, couple of times at the Vogue Knitting Life New York. This is the class, everybody said, this is the class you didn't know you needed. What I do is I show you how to mix the colors and shift the colors of your yarn by mixing with mohair. It's really fun. And this conference is really good deal. I think they have dozens of classes, and I think, sorry, I could be wrong. I think it's about $300 US. And they have the recording for 6 months or so. So I think this is a really good deal. And if you need something to do next week, this is something you may want to check out. And next month at the Virtual Vogue Knitting Live, I'll be having one lecture and one class. The lecture is about working with variegated yarns. This is again, I did this lecture in New York this January, and people really enjoyed it. And also, if you wanted to learn how to weave, I'll be teaching the rigid heddle weaving class in the next show as well. So that's my teaching schedule. And this is my schedule, show schedule as a dyer. And at the end of the April 25 to 27th, this is my local guild, Richmond Weavers and Spinners Guild, and we have the guild sale. And the part of the proceed goes to the guild and to help us keep renting our studio. And so it's very popular show actually. So if you're in the area, please come by. And then in May, this is my only East Coast show left this year, May 16th to 18th. That's a long weekend. There'll be Knit City in Montreal. I'm very excited to go to Montreal. This is my first time. So yeah, if you could visit me there, that would be awesome. And after that, on June 7th, again, this is local, XO Fiber in North Vancouver, BC. It's just one day show, and she started it last year, but it was a lot of fun. Okay, so if you're local, please come and see me. And then July 19th, I'll be traveling to Vancouver Island. And I'll be at Entwine Market. It's in Langford, Victoria, BC. And I couldn't go last year because I was sick. So this year's their third show, and I'm looking forward to go back again. So that would be it for today. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the show. Okay, bye.